this is Bzawdeh. Together today we are going to make a tenfold star geometry, which is easy and fun to make. Actually, I used it in this frame behind me. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So let's start designing. First of all, we need to start with a single line, okay, a random line in the middle of our paper. Then on this random line, we are going to just point a random point, okay? And then from this point, this would be the center of a circle, also a random circle. Of course, if you're trying to design a specific shape or geometry, you should be, of course, following the shape itself. But here we're trying to learn together this to form this beautiful Islamic geometry. So when I complete the circle from the new points that I'm getting now, I'm also creating a random circle, and the circle should exceed the middle line or the center of the previous circle. So anywhere, it doesn't matter. So I'm choosing here, for example, and the same circle, I'm trying to repeat it from the other side. But make sure not to draw the entire circles, because the only parts that I'm using are the intersecting parts. So only I want this part and the part in the bottom. So I only need to draw these small ticks or small arcs where they are intersecting. And then I'm going to draw the line between these 2 points, and of course it should pass through the center of the circle. And if it's passing, so I know that my work is done correctly. So when I created now a circle with 4 equal divisions. So now when I have this beautiful circle here, I'm going to get the middle of this line, starting from this point to the center. So what I'm going to do is that I'm drawing also a circle from this point and passing by the center of the previous circle. And of course also I don't need to draw the entire circle, so I only need this part and this part over here. So when you're drawing it, try to get only this part, so this intersection, and the intersection from the other side. So I draw a circle from here, passing by the center and connecting or intersecting with the big circle by 2 points, and then I'm going to link these 2 points together. Also, I don't need this entire line, I only need this intersection. Okay, so I recommend that you always try to reduce the amount of lines in your design so you can clearly see the geometry in the future now processes. So I have now a new point which appears here. So from this point I'm going to take a circle from, so this would be the center of a new circle, passing by this point, and then the radius would end in this point over here. Okay, so also I don't need the entire circle, I only need this also intersection here. So what I'm doing now is I'm building my geometry, dividing the circle into 10 equal parts, or 20. So in this case I'm dividing it into 20 parts. So now I have this new line over here, this small arc. Okay, from this arc, from this point over here, I'm going to take a new circle, and the radius would be this intersection. Okay, so now I'm having 2 new points, which is this point over here, so this beautiful intersection, and an intersection from the other side also. I don't need to draw the entire circle, I remind you, I only need this part where I have new intersections. So now I have these 2 new points, I link this point with the center of the circle, and it should continue to the end, and of course the same thing goes to the other part. Okay, what should I do to complete the 20 other angles or the 10 other lines? So now on your drawing, you're trying to take a new circle, the center would be this new point, and then the end would be this point. So of course I'm getting a new intersection here, which will become also a point, which would be linked with the center and extended to the end. So now I have a new line, and you should complete the same process until you get, so I only need this intersection. So from this intersection to the center, and I continue it to the end, and you can get at the end a circle divided into 20 parts. So now my geometry is ready. I have a beautiful circle divided into 20 parts. So now I'm trying to get the boundary of the geometry itself, which is this rectangle that it would be provided from linking these lines together. So see carefully, I linked these lines together to get this beautiful rectangle, which would be now the base of my geometric unit. The end of this beautiful pattern or unit would be having a geometry here in the middle, and then 4 geometries in each corner. So I need to have divisions from each corner so I can create geometry. So here I have all my divisions available. So I need now to create my divisions from each corner. So what I will be doing is linking. You see this is already linked. So I'm jumping 2 because I don't need 20 divisions. I need only 10 here in this part. So I'm linking this with this point. So now I'm getting the half of this angle, as you see. Also, I have this already done, so I'm linking this one, and at the end, this one. Okay. Now this circle, is divided into 5 beautiful angles, and I will repeat the same steps to the other corners. So linking these together, and also linking these together. So now I have this beautiful scene where I have divisions from each corner in addition to the divisions at the middle. So now with this new geometry that I have, I'm going to create a new circle from this corner, and the end would be this line. You see this line here at the intersection, so it would end here. So I'm also, of course, need only the quarter of this circle. I don't need the entire circle. And I will repeat the same circle, the same radius, okay, to all the other corners. So I will show you now. I will create another circle here, and the same step will continue to the other side. So you can do it by hand or through AutoCAD like I'm doing freely at home. So now I have the 4 corners here drawn, and I need to create now the inner side of the circle. The center would be, of course, the center of the geometry, and of course it should be tangent to the 4 circles. If it's not tangent, if it's away for 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, it's okay. Don't worry, don't be an OCD person. Things can be corrected further during the process, so don't worry. You don't need to recreate the entire drawing. So now I have these 4 circles inserted in my geometry. So now I'm also going to create the small circles. You see this intersection here. It should be tangent to the three big circles. I have another one here, another one here. Of course, these I don't need the entire circle. Always I try to reduce the amount of lines in my geometries, because at the end you need to have a clear view of what to link or what to draw. So I repeat the same sequence to the others. So from this side I need to create the other side, and this one also here. So now I have my circles drawn. Let's go to the next step. Okay, so let's continue with our geometric design. I will highlight the points that we are going to work with, so for beginners can understand, but if you're not a beginner, you don't need to highlight this point. So now I'm showing you which point we're trying to use, and of course if you're a beginner, try to highlight them on your own design. So I have these on the main circle, okay, as you see. I have other ones, of course, like this one here, and this one also, okay. So let us start from this point, for example, and as I told you, I will be joining 2 points together. So it's not, so if I'm doing this, it's 2 points. If I'm doing this, it's 3 points, okay. So now I'm jumping 2 angles or 2 divisions, 1, 2, and linking the point on the other side. So now I will be deleting these points so we can draw correctly. So from this point, I'm jumping 2, but of course when I do this, it's not only restricted to the big circle. Of course, this line should continue, and you'll see that it would reach this beautiful point, and then from the other side I will be also, it would pass through this intersection ending at this. So this is in one unique line, so please don't try to divide it into small sections and it won't look smooth. Okay, so try to create a line passing from this point to this point smoothly through all the other points. So I will continue this step. You see I jumped 2 divisions hitting this point, and then of course it would continue, so try to stop it here. Okay, and then I will continue the other line until it reaches this point. I will continue the same thing to the other parts of my drawing, so please take your time connecting these points together. So in this case over here, also extend the line until it reaches somewhere. You don't need to hit the circle because I need to stop it at the end when rendering here, but here I can just extend it whatever I want. We will repeat the same step everywhere. So what I'm doing now, I have 2 lines, a line to draw here, 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 and here to complete my lines inside of each quarter circle. But here I don't have the other point, which is here. So what I will be doing is I will use the other side. So of course it should be linking this and this. Of course you can put the ruler in a way to link these 2 lines together, but of course you won't be needing to draw the inner line over here. So what I'm doing is only linking these, and you can stop here. So you can start from here drawing this way and start here and drawing this way, and this part you don't need to draw it. Okay, so look, now I have this beautiful part drawn. I will repeat the same step from the other side. So now I have also another issue that I need to figure out. I have a line which should be coming this way. Now I have this beautiful geometric design being made, but now I have this part or these parts with missing lines. So what I'm doing now is linking this center of the circle with this intersection. So now I'm getting this divided into 2 symmetrical zones. So wherever this is intersecting, I will complete it with this technique. Okay, so this, I'm trying to link this way, the same thing to the other corners. Okay, I think it's clear and easy to make. I can feel like I have a certain star which is appearing now, okay, or beginning to appear. So now I will be working on the inner geometry of each side of this rectangle. So from this star, I'm trying to, or I will try to, this is one technique, but this is now because it's the center of this geometry is available. So from this beautiful star, I'm creating a circle, and the end of it would be one of its arms. So you see it's either here or here, you choose. And now I'm getting this beautiful intersection here. So from this center of this big circle, I'm drawing a new circle intersecting this new circle. So here, in this case, I don't need the entire circle here to be drawn, so only this intersection here. You don't so to waste space, to save space. So when I have now this circle drawn in the center, I will be working on this circle to create divisions inside this geometry. But before, I will be copying this circle in each corner. So you will redo the same radius. You don't need to redraw the circle because it's the same circle with the same radius, and try to copy it on each side of this rectangle, so you will get this scene over here. Okay, of course I need only the quarter of the circle, not the entire circle. So when I have these circles drawn, I will be working now on this main circle, which is a full circle. So I will work on the points which faces these lines. Okay, so when I have this straight line, the middle of it here facing the facing points here on the circle, this would be the point where I will be getting merged lines or a certain angle. So I will always look to the opposite point. So the opposite point over here is this one, okay? So since here I jumped 2, I will be also jumping 2, but look how, I will be explaining. So I look at the opposite point and then I jump 1 and 2. Okay, we are still working on the circle. So when I do this and I extend my line, I will be seeing that I'm getting this beautiful now, or half arm of the star. And if I repeat the same scenario, I see the opposite point, and then now I jump to the other side, so 1 and 2, and I extend my line, I will be getting the same angle here. And if you draw a circle, look, it will pass through this and this, so it's the same orientation, the same angle to complete the star. Now you see half of a star. I will complete it this way to have a full star. But of course I won't be needing this entire line, so of course I can stop at the second division. So when you're drawing it, you can count 1 and 2 and stop here. Here in this case of jumping 2, I need the rest of the lines, because if I'm jumping 3, I should only use this part. But here I can use this part and also stop at 1, 2. I don't need the rest of it. So as a conclusion, you can link these lines together, stop here, and then continue there and continue it until you reach this line. And also this part will be getting the same thing, okay? So let me also create another one in front of you, so for people who did not understand the first step. So also from this part facing the middle part of this star here, I will go to the opposite line based on the center, of course. So it's here, so I'm jumping 2, 1 and 2 this way, and then I'm jumping 2 this way. And when I extend the lines to reach the star, and I told you to cut the parts of this line when it's crossing 2 divisions, so I will be getting this shape over here. So if you continue the same thing or the same process that I've done, you will get this beautiful combination. So now I have a challenge to complete or to do the same steps for the corner circles. So what I'm doing now is to facilitate the thing to you to make it easier. So now I'm be drawing a new circle from this center towards this intersection, okay? I don't need it here, I only need to measure it with the compass, and then I will go to each corner to draw this circle. And also, of course, only the quarter of the circle. So I will redo this step to all the corner parts of the rectangle. So now I will be only linking lines together. So I will link this with this, and this, and this, and this, and this. But of course, when we're doing it, don't do this. Try to complete the lines until the end, okay? So only try to link this line to this point, reaching the end, and then linking this, this, and this, etc. So I will also extend the lines this way, and you can do this step at the end. So now I have completed the corner except for this part over here. So here I can only do a circle, center here, and the end would be this arm, okay, this intersection here, to know the exact location from the other side, because it works with symmetry, of course. So what I do is link this with this. So only I need this intersection, I don't need the entire circle. So I will redo the step to the other corners, getting the same result. I don't need to repeat the steps. You can repeat the video itself. So I'm getting this beautiful shape at the end. So here I will be only tracing with a pigmented ink, a pen or an ink which cannot be erased, the lines that I will be choosing to form my final geometry. So the first thing that I'm tracing is the boundary. So you trace the boundary here. Then you will need to trace your inner geometry. So start with this and then continue this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. Okay? And as you saw, I did not continue this because I need to have a full star opened and seen clearly. So I will continue with the same scenario. Look how I stop here. Okay, until I reach the end. I can consider this the end. So now you see what I'm tracing. And of course, if you erase everything except for the pigmented ink, you would get this result. Okay, so this you can recreate it several times. You can get a nice continuous Islamic art design, or you can use it only as one piece as we drew here. I have a mistake over here, sorry. Okay, and this is a beautiful design. It's very famous because it has this beautiful complete stars surrounding inner beautiful geometries. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye bye.